Legato articulation on the trombone can be one of the hardest things to master. There's a few important aspects that go into the technique, one of them being a steady and constant airstream. After that, we have to make sure we have a fast slide, and then after that, we have to make sure we have a fast but light articulation with the tongue. So the first thing we're going to work on is a steady and constant airstream. So I'm going to take the first two measures from the etude I just played from the 55 phrasing studies by Jaroslav Chimera, and I'm going to take the tongue out completely and make sure I'm getting a good smear, making sure I have full tone in the transitions between every note. Most of them were pretty good. I feel like the transitions when I'm moving to other partials might be a little bit smoother if I try that again. So I'm going to do that one more time. That time I felt like my tone was solid throughout the whole thing, but the slide was a little bit too sluggish on that jump from the F to the D, first to fourth position. That's the other thing, is the further away the slide position is, the faster you're going to have to move the slide. So I'm going to do that one more time with no tongue, focusing on moving the slide quickly between the F and the D. Okay, now I've got my air the way I want it, I've got my slide the way I want it. The last step is to add the tongue. Obviously, I'm still doing a good ta on the first note to get the phrase initiated, but then after that, I'm going to use a very, very light da. It's kind of like in between da and la, almost just da 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 da. Ta da 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 da. The important part is that the air keeps moving the whole time and the tongue just kind of interrupts it a little bit. So now I've got my legato articulation feeling nice and smooth. The other thing to take into account is natural slurs. Natural slurs are much like lip slurs, it's just when you're breaking the partial, you don't need to articulate those notes. So for example, at the end of measure 1, I play an F, at the beginning of measure 2, I play a G, and those are on different partials, so I don't actually have to articulate them. Try going back and forth a few times between F and G without actually using your tongue at all. Just do it like it's a lip slur and move the slide nice and fast. Now we're going to try and put that into context. So if we were playing, the articulation would sound kind of like this. Ta da 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 da. You notice there's no tongue in the transitions between partials. I'm just continuing the ah, having a nice smooth airstream. So when we put that all together, it sounds like this. Now, all you have left to do is the rest of the etude. Again, this is from 55 phrasing studies for trombone by Jaroslav Chimera. It's a really, really good resource for learning good phrasing and for learning how to do a smooth legato articulation on the trombone. Another resource that's really useful for learning the legato articulation is a book called The Intermediate Trombonist by Dr. Brad Edwards, the trombone professor at ASU. It has a whole unit on legato articulation, and it really breaks down for you where you need to be doing tas, das, and natural slurs. I highly recommend you go to his website, trombonezone.org. It also has some free resources on there, but it'll link you to his store where you can purchase the book. Happy practicing. Let me know if you have any questions.